Hey, Mom, what are you up to?
Hi, Ethan. I am reading a book that I downloaded onto my phone using our Bridges app from the public library, which all of our friends can do, which is an awesome way to check out a book since we can't get to the library right now. So I got to thinking about how all our friends are at home, Ethan. And they're probably stuck inside quite a bit, or maybe they're able to get out and take some walks, but got to thinking about some things that we used to do when you kids were younger to kind of pass the time. And one of our favorite games, I don't know if you remember that alphabet game we would play, and we would do this in the car or while I was making supper at night. We would think up an idea like animals or colors, and we start with the alphabet. Do you remember that game?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to try it?
Yeah.
We'll show our friends at home. All right. So I'll start with A. A's easy because A starts with alligator.
Alligator. Okay, so A, B. B, bat.
Nice one. C. How about cat?
Good. Cat, and D for dog.
Perfect. E. Oh, here's a good one. Elephant.
F. Let's go with fox.
Good. G. G. What animal starts with G? G. Can you think of any animal that starts with the G?
No, I can't.
G. Well, I'll tell you what, friends, if you can think of an animal that starts with the G, will you write it in the comments below, or have Mom or Dad write it in the comments below? And if you want to finish the rest of the alphabet, that would be awesome. You could write that in the comments below. Let us know your ideas on that way Ethan and I can finish the game. Awesome. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about while we were sitting out here, and it's so nice, and the sunshine is shining, and the trees are starting to turn green a little bit. I have a question I bet you can answer. What do trees and flowers and plants need to grow?
Well, they need sunshine and they need water.
Exactly. So the water comes from the sky because of rain, but then it somehow has to get all the way up through the roots, all the way up through the trunk of the trees, all the way up to the tippy tops of those trees into the leaves. Do you know how that happens?
Yeah, you know I don't.
It's something called capillary action.
Oh, cool.
And capillary action is what allows the water that falls into the ground from the rain to soak into the roots and get pulled up into the trees so that the leaves, even at the very tops of the trees, can get water. And I wanted to show, I've got a really fun experiment to show our friends, but first of all, will you help me find a stick? Ought to be easy to do while we're outside, but I want to show you something. So look around, see if we can find a stick on the ground. I found kind of a small one here, kind of small. Can you find maybe a bigger? Oh, perfect. Nice big stick to show our friends. So if you look inside a stick, you can tell it has, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You can tell that stick has little holes in it, and that's what helps the water get sucked up into the stick and travel all the way up the trunk of the tree into the leaves. Kind of hard to understand, but I've got a really cool experiment that's a lot of fun and very easy that I'd love to show our friends. So, will you join me inside, Ethan, and I'll show you this really cool experiment. All you're going to need are 2 paper towels, 3 glasses, some water, and food coloring. So friends, if you want to gather all those supplies, meet us in the house. Ethan?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go inside.
All right. We'll see you inside. Hi friends. So we're back inside in Miss Kris's kitchen, and Ethan has agreed to help out behind the camera. So he's here. He's actually working the camera. Ethan, say hi.
Hi guys.
So there's Ethan. So remember we talked about outside that cool scientific principle called capillary action. And capillary action is that cool thing in nature that allows the water that falls into the ground to be soaked up into roots and up into the trunks of the trees and lets those flowers and trees grow and bloom and be all that beautiful green that we love to see. So I told you I've got a cool experiment that shows how that works. While I'm thinking about it, if you really want to know the science of how capillary action works, I've provided a link in the description. So you and mom or dad or big brother and big sister can go to that link, and it shows how the science experiment works, and it also explains the science behind capillary action. So for our experiment today, it's a really cool one, and you may have already done this, but every time I do it, I just go, oh, that's so cool. And I did it again this week, and I thought, oh, that's so cool. It's called Walking Waters. You might also hear it called Walking Rainbow. So for our Walking Waters experiment, which is going to demonstrate capillary action, we just need some cool household items that you probably already have at your house. I need a couple of paper towels. And I like the square ones. You can use the smaller ones too, you know, the ones that you tear off into separate sizes, but for our experiment today, I'm gonna use square ones. Need some water and 3 empty glasses. 1, 2, 3. We also need some food coloring. Before we get started, I'm gonna take my paper towels and I'm gonna fold it into strips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To make it about an inch, inch and a half wide. And then I'm gonna fold it in half like that. I'm gonna do the same thing to my other paper towel. Ready? Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I see how I'm kind of smashing it down so it keeps a nice fold. Bend it in half. All right, I'm gonna set these 2 over here while I get my water set up. Got 3 empty glasses of water, 1, 2, 3, and 2 food coloring dyes. I'm using yellow and blue. You can use any primary colors. You can use blue and red. I don't know, if you mix those together, what would that make? Yeah, purple, okay. You could use yellow and red. What would yellow and red together make? Very good, orange. For today, we're gonna mix yellow and blue. What's gonna happen if we mix yellow and blue? Very good. We should get green. Let's see if we do. So I've got my 3 glasses. This one in the middle is gonna stay empty. I'm gonna fill that one about halfway full, and then I'm gonna fill that one about halfway full. Just like that. And they don't have to be perfect. Let's scooch them together a little bit more. Then I'm gonna use one of my food colorings. Let's use blue. Let's put 5 drops in. Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put 5 yellow drops in. Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Then I'm gonna use my spoon, stir up the yellow, and then I'm gonna stir up the blue. This one in the middle doesn't have any water, and that's the way we want it. I don't want water in there because that's part of the experiment. I'm gonna take my folded up paper towel, put half in the blue and half in the empty glass. Here's my other folded up paper towel, half in the yellow, half in the empty glass. Well, that looks kind of boring, doesn't it? But wait till you see what happens. Using capillary action, which pulls that liquid up into the paper towel, you can already tell it's starting to pull up a little bit there and there. Ethan and Lucas and I did an experiment using yellow and blue earlier. We did the Walking Waters experiment, and we made a cool time-lapse video that shows how that works. So take a look. that cool? I love using time-lapse video. It makes everything look so fast and cool. So there's our Walking Waters experiment. If you tried it at home, take a picture of your results. It usually takes 10 to 12 hours, maybe not even that long, to get your final results. When all 3 glasses are the same height of liquid, then you know that that's probably going to be the end of your experiment. Take a picture, put it in the comments below. We'd love to see it. So for today, I'm Miss Kris. This is Science Staying at Home. Ethan, thanks for your help. And until we see you again, stay home and stay safe. Ethan, what do you think?
Oh, it looks great.
Okay, great.
Let's go back to the computer room. I think we can edit from there.
Perfect, all right.